Singing has to be hard before it gets easy. You're probably making one of the biggest, if not the biggest mistakes that a lot of beginning singers do. And even advanced singers, like people that have been singing for many years, come to me and they have this same issue. So many people sing passively. They don't sing with an active torso in the right way. A lot of people teach this kind of forceful kind of, bearing down, and like you have to put force into your voice coming out. People can sing like that. I sang like that in my career for a long time. If you don't know me, I'm a professional singer. I've been singing for almost 40 years as a professional and teaching for over 20 years. In my career as a professional singer, I did sing in like that pushed mode for a long time. If you're cleansing your abs as you're singing, then you're just doing too much work. If you're like kind of, you're keeping your abs tight, or like bearing down, or like this kind of forceful output of vocalization, it does not need to be that difficult. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do an exercise. This is to help strengthen your diaphragm. So the diaphragm should be dynamically active as you're singing. It shouldn't be, I'm going to say diaphragm is like, if you don't know, I've done loads of videos about the diaphragm. It's a dome-shaped muscle that sits below your lungs. And when your diaphragm contracts, it sucks air into the lungs. People say you can't control your diaphragm. Yes, you can control your diaphragm. If you tell yourself to breathe, then your diaphragm will contract. The other way to contract your diaphragm is to expand your ribs out to the side, and then because it's attached to your ribs, if you extend your ribs out to the side, your diaphragm is going to be in this flattened position, okay? The diaphragm needs to act as a brake, if you will, as something slowing the air coming out, not a forceful thing. It's not like a ha ha. Like I said, you can sing like that, and a lot of people do sing like that. It's just a very forceful way to do it, and a lot of people have problems when they're singing like that. I know I did. Using all that force just pushes a lot of this tension up here into your throat and everything like that. You may have experienced that yourself. So what we're going to do is this exercise to help strengthen the dynamic aspect of the diaphragm. So we want the diaphragm to be kind of we want it to be in a contracted position, in a flattened position when we're doing this, but we're just going to exercise it dynamically. We want the diaphragm to be kind of bouncing up and down, right? And we're not using abdominal muscles to do any of this. It's just literally the breath is that's where we're going to start the diaphragm with the breath and the vocalization of it. So it's going to be simple. It doesn't matter the notes that you do it. I just want you to do this along with me, and we're just going to go like breathing ha, 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 like this. Just ha, 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 ha. And you want that vocalization to feel like it's kind of just a little puff of a breath, little ha, 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 ha. So I've done exercises. You want to make sure that your vocal folds are closed, right? So make sure you watch my videos. I'm pointing up there, but I'm not going to just go and watch the video on vocal fold closure. That's very important when you're doing this. So we want this really light feeling up here. So you can see as you start to do that, you will be able to lift into that kind of extend the note out longer. You'll feel like your diaphragm is going to start to take control. And we're not thinking about pushing with the abs. Like I said, we're not trying to force anything down there. Don't put any tension down there. Don't think like, like bearing down poop muscle. Don't think about any of that right now. Just think about the ribs being wide at the top of the breath. So we want that vocalization to kind of come at the ah, 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 right at the top of that. Like at the just where it's like almost you're like take a little breath up and then that's where you vocalize, kind of on the way down with the breath, but not breathing a bunch of breath out. It's just a little buoyant kind of sensation. No tension up here, just like you're kind of panting almost, but try not to actually pant. Try not to put too much breath through your vocal tract or your vocal folds, but necessarily this this kind of feeling, like we're just up at the top of the breath, just this open, free. You can see as you make sure you vocalize on just the top. And I've done videos on this as well. Sing on the breath. Okay, that's what that means. We're just up at the top of the breath and we're just kind of tipping over the edge. You can see as you start to do this, work with this feeling. I know I'm kind of over accentuating doing this, but like this is an exercise I'm doing right here now as what I would do if I wasn't videoing. I'd like to do these exercises to help me get that light vocal fold closure. Now, you don't have to like try to be as loud as me because that's like I've been doing this for a long time. If you start to try and push too hard, then you'll notice that things are kind of feeling like you're getting tension and stuff up there. It's really about just to keep it light on this, that kind of feeling, that sound, like you think of like, kind of, I know people talk about like making funny sounds, but if you think about making a monkey sound, it's that kind of that sensation of I know it's like, kind of making silly sounds like that. It's just that it helps to get that feeling of what they're doing with that, what the monkeys are doing. I know they talk to me all the time. But anyway, practice with this. Do this every day. Do it a few times a day, because odds are your diaphragm is not strong enough to kind of do this for an extended period of time. It needs to be buoyant, and like that's why like I'm just kind of engaging that the muscle there as I'm like on the top of that breath. So work with this and work with it often, because odds are you probably aren't singing actively with your whole body, and you're probably just trying to put all of the effort up in here or no effort at all. And that happens a lot. It's no shade at all. Like a lot of people sing like that, but in order to get better, you need to start thinking about singing more actively. And let me know how this works for you in the comments below. And you could join me as a channel member or join me on Patreon. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Rock your best vocals, where your best keeps getting better.